Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Hope you have the pot of coffee brewing. We're ready for NHIAA Division III hockey as Kearsarge Plymouth coming in with a 2-3-1 record. Get ready to take on Sanborn Epping as they look for their first win of the season. Hello, everyone. I'm Dan Salter alongside Brandon Miller as we welcome you into our coverage here on the Granite State Sports Network and Penny Baker TV. Brandon, looking at things, it's been a good run for Plymouth, Kearsarge Plymouth so far this year. 2-1 in their last 3 games and just barely falling to Belmont Guilford in their last game, 4-3. This team has really started to click here in the midpoint of the season.
Yeah, and Belmont Guilford is ranked 4th in the playoff seedings right now, and Plymouth is sitting in 7th. So Plymouth's 3 losses have really come to teams that are kind of in the upper flight of Division III hockey right now. So that 2-3-1 record might belie a little bit more talent and skill level that they may be able to move themselves up in those seedings as they start to see some of these other teams with poorer records. So we'll see. I know the last game I was calling, Gavin Garcia, really first-year goalie, really kept him in the game.
Good morning.
As they were, fluctuating in how they were playing.
For the Varsity.
So yeah, I look to see Plymouth here put some points on the board and have a good game.
Yeah, looking at things, you talk about that Pembroke-Campbell game, that 3-2 win. Got a little scrappy at times, but it's nice to see this Kearsarge Plymouth team be able to really battle back through all the adversity at times and keep their composure and hold on for that victory. They
did do a really good job of keeping their composure in that game as it kind of descended a little bit of chippy play and a lot of penalties in the end of that second period. Plymouth seemed, for the most part, to stay above that and, really managed to hold on. They had a lot of offensive chances in that game. I have to give it to the opposing team's goalie really kept that team in the game, and Plymouth kept the pressure on them most of the time.
On the other side of the ice, Sanborn Epping comes in 0-9-0 this year, sitting in 11th in Division III. They have struggled at times getting the goal scoring going, but this is a team that can really start to find their groove and can break out at any moment, despite only having 14 goals on the year.
Yeah, sometimes teams with a record like that, they can be scrappy and they've got nothing to lose, so they're going to lay it all out and try and get that first win on you. So Plymouth has to really be careful of that and make sure that they keep a lid on any chances that this team gets early, especially.
Well, we'll see what's going to happen here this morning. Kicking off a great weekend around the state of New Hampshire. That's going to do it for us here on the pregame show. Captain's meeting, as you can see on your screen. When we come back, we'll have the starting lineups and national anthem here on the Granite State Sports Network and Penny Baker TV. Welcome back, fans, here inside Hannaway Rink at the campus of Plymouth State University. Warm-ups have come to an end. At this time, we're going to turn it downstairs to the public address announcer as we get set for the starting lineups and national anthem.
Now introducing your visiting Sanborn Epping starting players. On defense, number 19, Colin Walker, and number 24, Brian Kane. Starting forwards for the game, number 15, Owen Paul, number 13, Joe Costanzo, and number 6, Zach Soma. And protecting the goal, number 1, Josh Stephen. Head coach for Sanborn Epping is Kevin Merrick, assisted by Jay McDougall. Now introducing your home Kearsarge Plymouth starting players. On defense, number 19, Captain Trevin Sanborn, and number 21, Jack Bro. Starting forwards for the game, number 9, Nick Therian, number 16, Brecken Bates, and number 6, Jake Marcoux. And protecting the goal, number 30, Gavin Garcia. Head coach for the Cats is Justin Garcia, assisted by Zach Morse and Josh Kershaw, managed by Alicia Poitras. If I could ask everyone to please stand and remove your hats. Now introducing Plymouth Regional High School senior, Brianna Therian, for the singing of our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we held at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land of the free and the home of the brave?
And thank you to Brianna Therian for that great rendition of our national anthem. Teams are getting ready to go. Brandon, any final thoughts before we get puck drop here this morning?
Just Plymouth is playing a little shorthanded today. They got 3 players, Ian Trider, Nathan St. Pierre, and Michael Cathy are unable to be here today. So we'll see how they can do replacing those players. Maybe some younger guys get a chance today. Might be a good chance for them.
Talk about the scoring for both teams. Kearsarge Plymouth scoring 21 goals this year, averaging 3.5 goals per game. Giving up 22, so only -1 in that category so far through 6 games, with a 3.66 goals against average. On the other side, it's been tough offensively for Sanborn. Epping scoring only 14 goals this season, giving up 62, but they've had some close games, and they just got to continue to battle and really put Kearsarge Plymouth under pressure.
Yeah, it's tough as a team when you're giving up that many goals. It's tough to generate, the kind of offense to keep up with that. So we'll see if, how their defense and their goalie can respond to Plymouth's offensive pressure here early in the game.
We talked about it before. Kearsarge Plymouth coming in 7th in the standings in NHIAA Division 3. Sanborn Epping sitting in 11th. Right now it's Berlin Gorham leading the way at 7-1-0. Hollis Brookline Dairyfield in 2nd. John Stark Hopkinton in 3rd. Belmont Guilford in 4th. Conval Conant in 5th. Kennett in 6th. And that's kind of a weird place for the Eagles to be with the tradition of their history. We'll get to that a little bit later on throughout our broadcast. But the teams are set to go. Cats going right to left across your screen in their home white and yellow trim uniforms. Sanborn Epping, I should say, in their road blues going left to right as the game is on here. Ooh. And the hard-hitting action right off the bat as it's poked to the near side wall.
Yeah, some nice physical play here right off the bat. A couple of really good checks by both sides.
Bates loses a handle on this one. Up the wall with Paul and a shot and a save by Garcia as we're underway here in the first.
Good job gobbling up that rebound and not giving him a chance.
So face-off staying in Kearsarge Plymouth's zone in the left wing circle. Nurm on the draw for the Cats. He'll win it out. Bounces off his skate, though, to the far wall. Cats will flick this out to center ice. Dumped quickly back in off the stick of Walker. Out the other way, though.
Nice little move there by Plymouth to get out of the end real quick. Good transition game.
Tanner couldn't get into the zone cleanly. It's backed out of the Cats' end. Pushed into the middle of the ice. Johnston loses the puck. It's poked out to the neutral zone. Marcoux under pressure. He's taken down, and it's flicked down the wall by Owen Paul the other way.
Good change there by Sanborn, getting out and keeping it down in the other end. Plymouth is having trouble so far getting the puck down, getting some offense going.
It's just been sloppy on the passes in the neutral zone. Tip near side. Goslin cleans off the puck. Picked up deep with Bates. He'll cycle around. He gets leg checked. No call. Actually, a call coming here. Open opportunity for the Cats on the left-hand side, and it's a touch-up by Sanborn Epping, and a first power play coming for the Cats.
We saw a lot of checks like that a couple of games ago. That I think it's hard at the high school level to, when you're just don't time your checks quite right and you leave your leg out a little bit. But it's dangerous for both players, and it's good to see the refs call that.
A penalty being called there on Aiden Jenkins, the freshman forward. Decent year for him, 2 goals, 2 assists, 4 points so far. Face-off won by the Cats. Wrist shot misses on the near side. It's Sanborn with the opportunity.
Right off the post there.
Cut in with the hands of Bro. This one's knocked free, out to the point. Stopped there by Sanborn. He'll fire it down the wall, but cleared right back all the way down to the Cats' end by Sanborn Epping.
Plymouth seems a little lethargic here in the early going. I'd like to see them get that transition game they had going the last time and get through the neutral zone really as fast as they can.
South pass near side for Sanborn, too far out of his reach though. It's quickly dumped back in by Radovic. Cats cycle around their own end. Interference coming here and an easy call for the officials, and just like that, we're going to skate 4-on-4 for the next minute and 20. As you see the hands there of Brecken Bates throwing up his hands like, you kidding me? But that's clear as day an interference call.
That's tough as a coach to see you squander a power play opportunity like that. And Sanborn's going to have a 40-second power play when they come off that too. So
with that,
so
a lot
far
of
they've had all
ice.
the offense.
Absolutely. Marcoux with a wraparound at the face-off win by Kearsarge Plymouth. This one poked forward by Tanner, backhanded in to the blue line though, and it's a little loose puck. Finally gathered up with Nurm. Takes the body, slides it down the right wing wall, and that's where it's going to be picked up by Colin Walker. Walker will cycle behind the net, flicked it off near side wall, cut off by the Cats and dumped in by Rosum. But a free out the other way with some open ice for Colin Walker. Over the Panther logo at center ice for Plymouth State. Shields a couple of defenders, throws it towards goal as Brandon Marcoux was there in time and never made it in on goal. Finds it back on his tape, down in the corner. 12-10 to go here in the first. We're still scoreless, 4-on-4 right now for the next 35 seconds.
Yeah, Plymouth really struggling to move the puck, and there should be more ice for them to move into 4-on-4 situation like this.
Paul on the forehand, flicks it up top here for Soma, who had the start here this morning. Down low by Walker, trying to get it past the skates there of Nurm, and it's back out to the neutral zone. Kane with time, he'll fire this in. Loose puck, and looks like...
I like the goalie keeping the puck, not freezing the puck there, and trying to get his fresh-legged players on the Sanborns, before they had a chance to make a change.
So penalty comes to an end against Jenkins. Abbreviated power play here for Sanborn Epping. They'll work it out far side with Soma. Fires it off the glass. It's up to Hickey. Hickey under pressure. He's cleaned out with his shoulder. And he is slow to get back up. Loose out in the neutral zone. Walker picks up the loose puck, skates around one defender, and offside goes Sanborn Epping. And a stoppage with 11:10 to go here in the first.
I'd like to see Plymouth maybe, they seem to be having trouble carrying the puck into the offensive zone. Maybe they could start doing the kind of dump in and forecheck style. Might have to transition to that. Maybe seeing a little difficulty with the line changes due to the players missing.
Trying to get that familiarity with your new line mates indeed.
Yeah, it's hard to know where they're going to be when you haven't played with them regularly.
Self pass off the near side with Therian. This one's fired all the way down in on goal on Stevens. And that'll kill off the abbreviated power play for Sanborn Epping. We're back to 5-on-5 hockey. A wraparound shot by Marcoux. Misses the near post, and it's out to the neutral zone. Backhand feed far wall, stolen away by Sanborn Epping. Pushed up by Radovic. Cut off the puck, though. Here's Bates on the right side. Gains the blue line, trying to cut around a defender. Trying to turn the corner. Bates still on the wraparound, looking for an angle. Bates, left wing circle, shot through traffic. That one hit a skate and Sullivan to the far wall. And it's batted down low.
I like the way he held on to the puck there and kind of created that offensive opportunity. They keep doing things like that. They'll see more chances to get shots on goal.
Jenkins can't control through the neutral zone on the two-line pass. It's quickly back in the Sanborn Epping zone, and Cats seal it away with Therian at the blue line. Good awareness to stay onside. Has this one roll off the toe of his stick. Therian pushed off the puck and stolen away now by the likes there of Gosselin.
Yeah, Therian's got the ability to make chances for himself, so Plymouth's got to really find a way to get the puck on his stick and get him going.
Brecken Bates trying to go with a self-pass around a defender, loses a handle on it, picks it up now in the neutral zone just in front of us here in the press box. Knocked around once again in the neutral zone. Walker struggling to get control of it. Wing-to-wing feed to no one, and the Cats and Marcoux will pick up the loose puck. So really looks like both teams are trying to get that two-line pass right now, Brandon, and really stretch things out.
Yeah, it might serve them both better to try to do shorter passes because they seem to both kind of be out of rhythm with trying to make those longer passes. So maybe start short before you can try to make those longer up-ice pushes.
Dangerous play in front of the net. That one came off of a skate. Golden opportunity there for Sanborn Epping. Flicked right back in down low by Costanzo. Throws the body into the wall, trying to pinch it off, and does so. And a penalty coming, though, behind the play on the high stick. So just like that, the Cats go back on the power play for the second time here this morning.
Yeah, let's see if they can get their offense going here. They've definitely looked out of sync here early on. Sanborn's done a nice job of kind of making Plymouth look out of sync, but they got to use this power play as a chance to make their offense start clicking.
So face-off all the way back down the other way, as a penalty does come on Joey Costanzo, and sophomore forward picking up the penalty there for his side, and chance here for the Cats with 9 minutes to go here in the first. Slapped down low, off the stick there.
Nice
Bro
chance.
in front, and that whistles past the near side. Good opportunity there for Bates. Picked up to Bro. He'll flick it far side into the corner for Marcoux. Marcoux under pressure, back off to Bates. Bates loses a handle on it. Soma digs it free for a second, and it's now out to center ice. And Sanborn Epping gets it down deep in the Cats' end.
Couple of nice chances there for Plymouth. Let's like to see them carry that forward a little bit.
As this will go for an icing against Kearsarge Plymouth, so a stoppage with 8:29 to go here in the first, still scoreless. And a minute 26 to go in the power play for Kearsarge Plymouth. And Brandon, what stood out to you so far about both teams' play here in the early going?
Just out of sync offensively, both of them. The defenses have been doing a good job of kind of keeping the puck in front of them, not letting guys, do too much behind them. So, we'll see if these teams can start to generate a little more consistency.
Jenkins on the draw for Sanborn Epping. Tied up on the dot, hits the referee in the skates, and it's pushed back out to the points for Walker. Walker indirect down low, looking for a tip. It hits the end wall and sends it out to the far side. Flicked in towards the slot. No one home there as Therian will pick up the puck on the near side wall and attack the left wing. Here's Nick Therian on side of the Cats. Left up top. Opportunity, Marcoux, and a glove save by Stevens.
Nice job of the goalie there, not giving up that rebound either. It was a good shot right up, upper right-hand corner shot. So he did a good job keeping his team in there.
So face-off coming on the near side circle. Nurm on the draw here for the Cats. He's going to win it back out to the point here for Bro. Bro with a shot in on goal, looking for a tip. That one hit a stick in front. Backhanded feed towards the slot, stolen away by Sanborn Epping. They'll clear it all the way down the other way. Still over 50 seconds to go on the power play for Kearsarge Plymouth.
Nice clean win on the face-off down there. Like to see them win more of those.
Tanner trying to feed this one forward. It's off the stick there of Nurm. Doesn't really chase it down, though, and you're not seeing that second effort so much from the Cats here through the neutral zone. Good poke by Walker. He'll slam it off the boards, and this has been a great kill from Sanborn Epping.
Yeah, it really has. Sometimes it's just best, once you cross that red line, just dump it in and start using your body to make something happen. They just seem confused and bunged up in the neutral zone.
Sanborn's pushed off the puck. This one worked back into the corner. Takes a deflection off of a body. Centering bid, and it's an own goal off of Colin Walker. Oh, a tough break for him. He shielded that front post, but it's a Cats goal, and it's going to give it to, I believe, Calvin Dunstan.
That's tough as a player to have that do that to your own goalie. But it just goes to show sometimes just putting it in front of the net, things can happen. So good job by Plymouth there.
Just like that, 7:13 to go here in the first, and a 1-0 lead for Kearsarge Plymouth. And I believe that's going to be the first goal for the freshman in Dunstan, so the puck will go to the bench. Tie up on the draw, good win. Here's Therian attacking into the zone, trying to get the forehand, a wrap around. Looks for the tuck job, and that one's off of a skate, back on his tape. It's a big shot, score!
That was a really beautiful offensive play by Therian to kind of carry the puck around, make his own offensive chance on the tuck, and then find that pass right there.
Great work coming there with Brecken Bates to pick up the goal. And in a matter of seconds, it's a 2-1 lead here for the Cats.
Yeah, Brecken Bates did a really nice job at burying that in the net, but like I said, Therian really did a good job of creating that opportunity for his team. See if Sanborn can rally here and make a comeback. They were doing a really good job keeping the pressure on early in the period.
Correction, it's Marcoux on the goal. I thought it was 16. They're going to say it's 6 on the goal. But nevertheless, a 2-0 lead. Here's Marcoux again, trying to toe drag around a defender. Backhand feed towards the front of the net. Stevens might have gotten a piece of it. Here's Brandon Marcoux on the far side.
Plymouth really starting to click here offensively.
Therian enters in the middle. Shot on goal and a glove save by Stevens. He'll hold on for another whistle.
Yeah, Stevens needs to take a deep breath here and just keep playing their game. They, little offensive onslaught here by Plymouth late in the first period. I think, Stevens needs to settle down and do what they were doing earlier in the period.
Nurm on the draw. It's sent back and one out by Sanborn Epping. Down into the far side, or the near side corner, I should say. Back up by Costanzo. Takes the body, gets the play forward, though, into the corner. He'll go one-on-one with the likes of Bro. Centering bid, that takes a deflection off of an ankle. I believe that came off of Sanborn. Pushed back up towards Walker, but a stick in the way. Nice job there from Dunstan, and it's back out all the way to Sanborn Epping's end.
Sanborn looks like they have a size advantage on Plymouth. They may want to start to try to use that a little bit to their advantage. Plymouth is clearly, when they have the puck in their stick, skill-wise moving it around them, but you can even that out by using the body.
Bro to feed near side. Backhanded by Dunstan. Downhill peel off for a change. No icing coming. It was well over the red line. Walker behind his own net. Fed up top for the like for Gosselin. Just too far out of his reach, though, to control into the neutral zone. It's slapped back off the near side wall by Bro. Walker in front of his own bench, and there's a lot of neutral zone play here getting late in the first period. Just charting off the bench as the likes there of Jenkins. Marcoux going to charge forward into the slot. Marcoux stood up nicely, though, but a penalty coming. Called behind the play. And they're going to call contact to the head on the penalty to Brian Kane, the senior defender. So, for the third time, Kearsarge Plymouth on the power play here in the first.
That's tough to, you're getting those 3 power plays. That's tough for Sanborn there. They're going to get tired legs trying to keep defending these power plays. Plymouth doing a nice job now. They seem like their legs are starting to wake up and their sticks are starting to wake up. Sanborn seemed to be doing a good job of hustling on that last shift, but that's tough taking another penalty right there.
So face-off coming here in the left wing circle. Nurm on the drop, back out of the point for Brandon Marcoux. Wrist shot, that one's a nice save by Stevens. Therian in the corner, under pressure. But is officially contact to the head is the call there. Fed in front, Norm just misses on the point-blank shot. Wrapped around, Bates kicks it back out to the point here for Rosum. Works it down the right wing wall. Good stick lift there by Therian against Walker, but it's stolen away. Only to the blue line, though. Quickly back down in front of the net. Therian couldn't gather it up in the skates. Marcoux, wrist shot off the post and out. He was trying to celebrate, trying to point that it went in, but it was clearly, you could hear it up here off the post and out.
You could hear that clearly up here. Plymouth's doing a really good job at planting themselves in front of the net, and they're going to get a lot of tip opportunities if Sanborn keeps letting them kind of own that crease.
Face off near side once again. It's time, one out with a stick there of Soma. Fired far side and still cleared all the way down. 1:18 to go here on the Cats power play. Their third one here in the first period. This one slips under the stick there of Tanner. And fired right back down to the end wall inside Kearsarge Plymouth zone. So not really much of a design breakout for either team out of their zone here so far.
No, that looked a little confused.
Morning.
Again, that might be the result of kind of jumbled lines here, missing 3 players, and those 3 players, were some of the ones with more experience on the team. So,
Bro gets stood up at the line, gaining entry into the zone, left in front. Tanner's shot hits a skate, and it's fired all the way down, and it's another great kill here by Sanborn Epping.
Yeah, that was a real nice check there to deny Plymouth entry into the zone.
Fired in by Nurm. He'll go wing to wing. Cats will peel off for a change. 3:36 to go here in the first. Kearsarge Plymouth with a 2-0 lead, as this one's just going to be hammered all the way down the ice the other way by Radovich.
Looks like they got a chance for a good breakdown here if they want. They got their skill players on the ice right now.
Speaking of skill, it's Nick Therian trying to go around one defender. He's pushed off the puck down to the end wall, gathers it back up. Backhand feet on the near post, trying to get a tuck job low angle. And a quick whistle, the referee lost sight. So a face-off will stay in Sanborn Epping zone.
Yeah, he wasn't giving up on that puck. He looked, I don't know how the shot counter would take that, but it looked like he had about three pokes there.
Again, nothing unofficially on the scoreboard, so we have no idea what the shot totals are.
We'll see if they get a clean face-off win here that's shot.
Oh, they do!
He
Shot,
buried it.
Score, and it's Brecken Bates this time at the top of the circle, and it's 3-0 Cats. That one had eyes for the net.
That was picture perfect. That's you know, you talk about all those tip-in goals in front of the net, but when you get one like that where you get to park yourself right at the top of the face-off circle and fire away on the goalie, that's a thing of beauty right there.
So 3-0 Cats with 3:10 to go here in the first. Face-off win by Kearsarge Plymouth, played forward by Marcoux. It slid up the other way down the wall, off the stick there of Kane. Here's Marcoux looking for the wraparound, looking for a way to get out of his zone. It's turned over and dumped in off the stick of Jenkins. Far side, it's Bates avoiding one pressure. It's tripped up over the blue line on the dump in on goal, and it's covered up by Stevens for the whistle. So
I think Sanborn here, they need to you know, give their goalie a little help defensively. Stop letting Plymouth tee off on him like that. You know, maybe the guy can start getting his confidence back, because they've been playing better than a 3-0 score.
Yeah, I think if they kind of protect the slot a little bit more, drop a little bit more in the house, and take away a lot of the shooting lanes for Plymouth, that'll be a lot more helpful for them. Shot from the point. This one's gloved down by Stevens, and a quick whistle there on the shot from Jack Bro.
Yeah, I'd like to see those Sanborn defenders get a little more physical with the Plymouth players, and you know, maybe they can come back and make a little bit more of a game out of it here. But Plymouth was struggling face-offs early in the game, but they seem to be winning them clean lately.
This one won out the other way by Sanborn Epping. Tied up along the half wall on the near side. It's poked out to the neutral zone. Nice step dance by Godwin. Foot race on, but the Cats will get back in time with Sanborn.
Sanborn with that size was not going to let him by him.
It's the difficulty in high school. You've got the freshmen that have yet to really grow into their bodies, and then you've got the upperclassmen that have so many, bigger strides, I should say, compared to the underclassmen. It's just kind of an unfair advantage at times.
It really can be with, you know, some of the size differences in the ice is quite startling.
Dunstan trying to feed this one forward for Nurm. It's behind him, and it's back out the other way by Sanborn Epping. Picked up in front of the Cats bench. As Bro tries to send this one forward. Walker back up the other way in the neutral zone. 3-on-3 attack here on the left side. Wrist shot from the blue line and a save by Garcia, and will hold on for the whistle.
Good job by Garcia there, staying awake. He hadn't had a lot of shots on him in the last 10 minutes of the game, so nice job gobbling up that rebound, not giving him a chance. He's done a really good job so far this season with that. He seemed to, for someone who doesn't have a lot of experience playing goalie, he seems to play a pretty intelligent game of goalie.
Well, it comes up with another big save there with the left leg on the rebound attempt through traffic. Walker being harassed from behind. Loose puck in the neutral zone. Backhanded into the zone there by Paul towards goal, and it's left off for Marcoux. Marcoux under pressure. Finds it through traffic on his tape, and a good defensive play
really nice
the other
poke
way.
Check there.
Cats have to wait to stay on side. Paul loses a handle on it. Here's Bates in the slot. Bates trying to get to his backhand. That's knocked away from Walker to the corner. Walker pinches him up against the wall. It's slapped away by Sanborn Epping. Approaching a minute to go here in the first. Marcoux with a good reach at the point to keep it in the zone. Backhand sauce into the slot. Trying to find Bates. That one's off of his stick, but Bates following up, and it really seems as though Kearsarge Plymouth has not been giving up as more in the second efforts here later in the first.
No, definitely not. They seem to have woken up. Definitely going for those loose pucks a lot with a lot more ferocity.
Jenkins couldn't get the zone. Tanner the other way on the left side. Fed towards goal. Walker knocks it down with a stick on the block shot. He'll
nice
feed it out
there,
to the left for Jenkins.
I would have liked to see them crash in the net.
Into the zone. It's Paul on the forehand. Paul with a shot. That one's poked away last second by Bro. Jenkins Fed up top, backhand shot coming off of Gosselin, and it's in! On the rebound shot attempt there from Aiden Jenkins. He picks up his 3rd goal this season, and Sanborn Epping is on the board with 21 seconds to go.
That was a really good shot there. He did not hesitate when he saw that loose puck and really buried it in the back of the net, so good for him. That's tough for the goalie there when you got a lot of traffic in front of the net and loose pucks are bobbling around, so good job by Sanborn Epping there.
Norm on the draw against Jenkins. Norm will win it, push it forward to Therian. Therian on the near side looking for some help. Therian trying to turn the corner. On the wraparound, centering feed. That one's through the top of the paint, out the other way. And really like how the Cats are now attacking the net more aggressively.
They definitely have taken over that crease in the Sanborn end.
As the horn will sound, the first period comes to an end. It's been an exciting first period of action here at the end of one. It's Kearsarge Plymouth 3, Sanborn Epping 1. And Brandon, what are your thoughts from that opening period?
Plymouth didn't seem to have their legs early in the period, but by the second half of the period, they really started crashing the net, moving the puck in, maintaining possession in the offensive zone, and just getting it in front of the net and kind of causing havoc there. And Sanborn Epping hasn't been moving those Plymouth players out in front of the net, and their goalie's going to struggle if they can't give them open lanes to see.
We'll step aside, take a commercial break. We'll get ready for second period action, but here at the end of one, it's the Cats leading 3-1 on the Granite State Sports Network and Pemmy Baker TV. Passing, it just needs to get sharper here for the Cats.
A little quicker, shorter passes will definitely help you kind of work that transition game and work that in that offensive end. They're definitely wasting no time with the speed of these faceoffs, though, huh?
Getting right to it here today. I know we're under a time crunch with Plymouth State with the weather that's expected. Hopefully just going to stay rain, but the women's game got moved up, so that put pressure under this game, and then the men's game later tonight got pushed up, so hard-hitting action all day long here inside Hennaway Rink if you're fans in the Plymouth area.
Like to see Sanborn, how they respond to that falling down by 2 goals there in the second period.
Here's Therian. His shot's partially tipped off the stick of Paul. Left in front, open opportunity, knocked away nicely on the back door there. Shot and a save by Stevens through traffic. Good wrist shot coming from Jacob Marcoux, who's got a goal here today. Yeah,
really nice save there, but again, Plymouth had a guy unmolested in front of the net right there, so very easily could have tipped off him and made it almost impossible for that goalie to make the save. So those defensemen need to be clearing those Plymouth players out in front of the net.
Face-off won by the Cats. It's cycled down low by Coney Bannon. Pushed far side with Tanner. Tanner trying to leave it off with the likes of Nurm. Poked out by Gosselin. Finds it on his tape the other way for Sanborn Epping. He'll dump it down and allow his team to chase onto it into the near side corner with Sullivan. Tied up along the wall. Norm dances past one check off of Kane. And it's pushed back out to the center circle. Good reach there for Soma. Soma takes the body into the referee. Good check the other way from Razum. Touch pass into the middle. A lot of heavy one, though. And it's getting tape to tape, though, Brandon, but just struggling with the heavy hands to keep control of it.
Yeah, Sanborn is dumping the puck in, but their wings aren't crashing in and trying to get the puck back. They're really playing passively in the offensive end. It's almost like they're trying to kill a penalty.
Definitely feels this way as we'll have a dump in towards goal and a cover up by Garcia and a stoppage with 13:13 to go here in the second period.
Yeah, I'd really like to see Sanborn get their legs going and try and crash into those corners and make something happen. Plymouth just seems to be controlling the puck here early.
Face off near side. Marcoux will win it out back to the corner. It's pushed up the near side wall. 2-on-2 battle. Sanborn digs it free, sends it up to Therian's off to the foot race. Therian left side, low angle shot, tries to rift it upstairs, and it rolls out to the neutral zone.
A little trouble there keeping the puck in, but you never know. Sometimes that puck bounces funny.
Marcoux trying to split a couple of defenders.
Nice
Therian
play. With
a nice touch, all alone. Therian shot, score!
That's a highlight reel play right there. Like I said, Nick Therian can really create his own offense, and that was just a thing of beauty. tipping the puck past the defenseman and really burying it up on his blocker side, up on the upper left hand.
That's that high pressure on the forecheck by the Cats here all morning long, leading to that goal.
Yeah, that's just a great individual effort there. There's nothing much that the defenseman can do on that one.
Kearsarge Plymouth wins the draw. It's pushed near side. Owen Paul will give chase for Sanborn Epping. Down low with Jenkins. Low angle feed. That one nearly found the stick there of Paul. But the Cats able to clear the pressure only for a second. Here's Paul back into the corner, stepping away from one check. Backhand feed, tipped off the backhand there of Costanzo to the far side, and here comes some pressure from Sanborn Epping.
Yeah, that's exactly what they got to do. Getting themselves in front of the net and kind of get those dirty goals. You can control the corners. You can create yourself some offense.
Weak side feed from Sanborn. Up top for Bro. Bro, one defender to beat. Wrist shot and a glove save of a beauty by Josh Stevens.
Yeah, and a real nice glove save there. That's should be an easy one for the goalie to handle like that, but you always like to see those good hard shots and guys controlling the puck in the offensive end.
So face-off coming in the left wing circle here. Soma in a battle here against Jacob Marcoux in a battle of sixes, and it's one out by Sanborn Epping. Gosselin cleaned off the puck, and that's a penalty coming all day, every day for the elbowing call there on Nick Therian. So yeah, just like Therian, that, Sanborn Epping to the power play.
Yeah, Therian pushing him right into the boards right there. That's a call all the time. So, yep, let's see if they can, bring this back a little bit closer here with the power play, see what they can do with it. Again, I think their strategies in this period's really got to be try to get those dirty goals, dump it in, move the puck around, get in front of the net, cause some havoc.
Second power play of the game for Sanborn Epping. Turnaround shot and a save. Zachary Soma, the junior, with the opportunity there on the right side.
Yeah, a couple chances right there. Just keep throwing it on the net. There haven't been a ton of shots on net for them this game, so just got to keep the pressure on.
Face-off win, quick shot. That one hits a body in front off of Soma, and it's deflected to the far side corner in a battle with Rosum. Rosum will tie it up. It's low angle feed. That one sliding along the goal line, extended right side. And bounce behind the Cats' net. Push into the corner there with Brandon Marcoux. Sanborn Epping trying to dig it free. Marcoux trying to do a self-pass high off the glass. It's poked in at the line. Marcoux brothers going forward in an offside call there, and that's an easy one.
Yeah, Plymouth almost had themselves a nice short-handed break there with a 3-on-1, but just couldn't keep it on sides.
Yeah, Jacob Marcoux was pointing the official saying it was onside, but there was at least 3 feet of white space between the line.
He would have had to have a rubber leg to be keeping that one onside.
So a face-off will come in the neutral zone on the far side of the ice. Norm can't win it out. This one dumped down the wall there by Jenkins. He'll chase it on into the corner in a battle with Sanborn. Sanborn slides it up far side for Bro. Bro loses a handle on it. This shot blocked down low. Back out to the point with Jenkins. Leaves it off right side. Walker with a shot. Score! Power play goal coming there.
There we go. Those tip opportunities. It's Plymouth not clearing those guys out in front of the net. I know it's hard when you're trying to form the box there, but you can't give them real estate in front of the net like that. That was a really nice goal by Sanborn. Not much the goalie can do on that.
No, just a perfect shot. Indeed. Wait for the official word if it was tipped or anything, but back underway and nearly in on goal. Whoa, Garcia had to be reactive there.
We almost had ourselves a close game here.
So Owen Paul does pick up the goal. And the likes there of Trevin Sanborn trying to keep his goalie active as he nearly put one in. As Garcia reaches out and holds on for the whistle.
Almost had another dangerous deflection there, right before the whistle. So good job by the goalie staying awake and putting his glove on those pucks. So
10:27 to go here in the second. It's a 4-2 game in favor of Kearsarge Plymouth. Face off near side. Soma wins it back out to the point. Kane gets it towards net. Rebound shot. This one's lifted over the crossbar. Down low with Nelson Olive with the opportunity, number 5.
Love the way Sanborn's responding here, with that 3-goal deficit, now making it 2, and they're really keeping the pressure on Plymouth.
Again, 5-on-5 after that power play goal. This one's up and out of play, so a face-off will stay in the zone to our left. Another quick draw here before I think anyone was really set.
I think the players are trying to kind of slow the pace down a little, but the refs are definitely dropping it quick.
Somo with a rebound shot and a save the other way by Garcia. Wing to wing with Therian. Therian throws it towards goal. Stevens tips it away with a paddle to the near side wall. Marcoux cuts it off. Only for a second. It's out to his brother and Jacob Marcoux in the neutral zone. Steps around a leg check, cuts past one defender, kicks it nicely to his forehand. Toe drags around another wrist shot, a save by Stevens. Great one-person effort there for Jacob Marcoux, but comes away with nothing.
Yeah, that was a very good offensive effort by him. Pretty nifty, dragging the puck and keeping himself on sides, kicking it up with his foot. Something I like, when I'm playing around on the ice, I like to do, but very rarely get to do it in a game.
Yeah, and again, when you start playing the likes of the Berlin Gorhams and Hollis Brookline Dairy Fields, they're going to stage you up.
Yeah, you're going to get your head taken off if you try doing that.
9:30 to go in the second. Face-off in the attacking end for the Cats. It's poor touch by Sanborn at the point. He'll chase it down into his own zone with pressure coming from behind with Jenkins. Worked up near side wall. Inside is Paul. Paul with a wrist shot. And a goal! And a rebound. Kane was sliding in down low. Correction, that's Hickey sliding in down low.
I like the way Sanborn keep that shot level right at the pad, knee height, so it's hard for the goalie to not give up a rebound on that shot. Almost created another chance there for themselves.
Working away is Cody Bannon. Feeds it up top. Tip pass near side for Tanner. Runs into some pressure with Norm, his teammate. Sanborn knocks it free in the neutral zone. Bodies collide. Incidental contact. Nice job lately there by Tanner to avoid the double team inside the zone. Let's back out the other way.
Keystone cops there. Everybody running into each other.
Solid reference. Sanborn takes the body.
He got the best of that one.
But he loses the puck, though. In the middle. Here's the other way with Mackenzie Hickey. Poked out far side. And it's up the other way with Jacob Marcoux. Good side for his brother, looking for that tip and the give and go. Just out of his reach. Hammered back towards goal, and it's tipped up and out of play by Stevens.
Good job by Plymouth there, keeping the puck in and not letting Sanborn get through the neutral zone. Just keep popping it back in the offense, It's been a little back and forth here in the second period.
It's been an exciting one, absolutely. You're right, it's that old adage, the best defense is a good offense, and just keep the pressure going. So face-off, one out by the Cats, one-timer by Therian's blocked down, and it's cleared out to the neutral zone. Brendan Marcoux, indirect off the wall, finds Bates up at the blue line in front of his own bench. Bates flicks it towards goal, and it's blockered away by Stevens. Far side, tipped out to the neutral zone again in center circle. Marcoux dancing past two defenders. Gains entry in the middle. That one's last second tipped away off the skate there of Sullivan, and it's back out the other way.
Again, good job by Plymouth there. Not letting them penetrate, turning it right around, making their breakout almost in the neutral zone.
Bates with a little wrister. That one's held on by Stevens. We'll have another stoppage with 7:29 to go. Fans, stay tuned during the second intermission. We'll talk with Kearsarge Plymouth head coach and Garcia and get his take on the game so far here this morning.
Plymouth seems to be shooting the puck high a lot. I don't know if they know something about this goalie or if they just seem to like to elevate.
Yeah, it does seem as though Stevens likes to go to the butterfly early, so it kind of opens up the shoulders a little bit more as a double team going to be called for a penalty, as we saw the likes of Paul taken out. And a touch up here on the shot attempt. So just like that, Sanborn Epping going back to the power play here for the third time. They're 1 for 2 so far today.
Yeah, that's, he had a chance there for a nice clean check, and that was just a little sloppy. So, giving them a chance to get back in the game here. It's, not good heady play right now.
The sophomore Kristen Nurm picking up the penalty for the Cats. So a chance for Sanborn Epping to pull within one. Quick shot off the draw, designed play. Nicely done there by Aiden Jenkins, trying to get his second one. Left near side, low angle shot, save, loose puck, trickling past the far post, and here's that pressure from Sanborn Epping again.
Sam, they're really playing it the way they got to get back in this game. They're doing a good job.
Therian shorthanded effort. He's pushed off the puck there by Walker, and Walker will pick it up near side corner, but blowing a tire, losing an edge along the wall. Poked out to the center line. Left in up top. Therian wasn't expecting it to come to him. It's the other way with Owen Paul. He'll put the brakes on. Top of the circle. He'll float this one towards the end glass. Therian far side wall. Has Marcoux trying to set him in the home run pass. No high sticking. Marcoux trying to turn the corner in on goal and just could not get the shot off cleanly. What a great shorthanded effort there.
Yeah, and it still ended up with the puck behind the net. Sanborn looked a little sleepy on where the puck had gone.
Near side wall. That one bounces under the skate there of Cody Bannon. Collision behind the play. Walker just keeps it out of the reach of Therian.
Got to watch that slash there. That was pretty close.
Walker on the right wing. Little wrister misses and a save as Gosselin couldn't put it home. Turnaround shot. Save once again by Garcia.
Yeah, I like that shot height again. The rebound came out. If that had bounced just a couple feet over, Sanborn would have had a nice, easy chance to bury that puck.
Bro will dump and change. It's rimmed around on the near side. Quickly back in towards goal. Off the stick there of Brecken Bates. It's blocked down beforehand and fired all the way down the ice for an icing call. So a face-off coming back in Sanborn Epping's end. Still 26 seconds to go on their power play, but it's been fairly even out there at this point.
Yeah, it's been back and forth. I almost forgot they were on a power play. Plymouth defenders doing a great job in the neutral zone, but down in their own end, they seem to be letting guys loose.
5:40 left here in the second, 5:41 to be exact left in the second as we're backing away. Cats win the draw, it's poked up, batted forward, no! Ooh! Sanborn Epping got called for the hand pass, but that was clearly touched from our vantage point here by the Cats. And that's a lucky break for Kearsarge Plymouth.
I definitely saw that go off a Plymouth player's stick, so. That's a tough break.
Absolutely has the right to try to argue this one, have a face-off in the neutral zone, but it's not coming.
No.
And they're still arguing. I do not blame them.
Nope.
Face-off won by the Cats. Oh, unloading there is Marcoux and just missing wide. Stevens covers up the rebound off the wall.
That was a nice shot there. Sometimes those behind, the slap shots that hit behind the net and bounce out in front, and, it's almost like creating your own rebound opportunity.
Marcoux tries to dump it down low. That one hits an ankle off of Patrick Sullivan, and it's out the other way with Paul. Paul trying to feed Sullivan. Foot race on. Bates is going to be the first one back, though, for Kearsarge Plymouth. Cycles around and pinched off the puck. Soma with a turnaround. He'll leave it along the wall. Backhanded by Rossum. Turnover. Low angle shot. Inside the paint and cleared away last second. Nice work by Marcoux. Wrist shot. Hits a couple of bodies. Sitting in the slot. And it finds its way out to the far wall. Quickly back in, and this has been a crazy, frantic pace here in the second.
Yeah, Sanborn's really doing a good job of creating opportunities. Plymouth's speed in their own end seems to be helping them get the puck out, but Sanborn's been playing nice positionally and taking advantage of getting to those loose pucks.
Brendan Marcoux getting called for the offside there for the Cats, and that little extra dangle trying to make entry into the zone. Brother Jacob on the draw for the Cats, battling here with Jenkins. Therian on the far side, wrister. That one's blocked away by Stevens to the far corner. Walker stands up pressure in that far side. It's worked out to the neutral zone, 3-on-3 the other way. Tap forward for Hickey. Trying to feed it off for Gosselin. Out of the reach of Hickey the other way. Bates tries to knock it free, and they're off to the races. 2-on-1 into the middle here. And Marcoux taken down towards goal. Stevens makes the stop. And we're going to have a tripping penalty. So the Cats go back on the power play for the fourth time here today with 4:18 to go in the second.
Yeah, good job by the goalie there, standing his ground and, have the net pop off there to not create too much of an opportunity. But, when you give that 2-on-1, that's, defenders almost got to draw the penalty there not to give him a free chance at the net. So
Colin Walker being called for the penalty.
I'm wondering if with the pace of this game, if conditioning is going to start to become an issue. Both teams each have 14 players, so.
Rightfully so. I'm gassed just watching the speed of this one. Therian off to face-off win. Loses a handle on it. Just kind of a sloppy play there. And it's back down the other way. Bro trying to feed this forward, finds Marcoux. Marcoux gains entry in the zone, trying to split the defender's legs, and it's cleared all the way down the other way.
Trying to get a little too nifty there with the puck. Sometimes it's just, better to dump it in.
Exactly, kind of go for that dump in far side, rim it around to your weak side attackers, and get entry into the zone and then set up your offense.
Yeah, I can't blame them because they've been having success with it all game, but you're not always going to be able to do that move. I've seen that move about 4 or 5 times this game. Eventually the defenders become wise to it.
Pannon trying to feed Therian, just too far out of his reach. Kept in though on the far wall by Marcoux. Here's Paul trying to win it back. He'll pass it up to the wall. Good work by Cody Bannon with a hand-eye coordination to slap that one down out of the air. Fed into the middle, just behind the reach of Tanner. Tanner at the point. Nice saucer feed far side for Bannon. Bannon shot and is saved by Stevens, and he'll cover up for a whistle with 3:06 to go here in the second period.
I like the way Plymouth is moving the puck in the offensive zone. I really like the way they're using the defenders on the offense. That was a good little exchange down there, even though it didn't result in too much of an opportunity.
So face-off coming left wing circle. Nurm on the draw, battling here against Soma. Nurm wins it out, pushed back out to the point. This one tipped in front, just over the crossbar. There's Marcoux with a shot opportunity out high. All the way through traffic, still 37 seconds to go on the Cats power play. Turnover late. Shot and a save coming from Garcia.
Wow, that was a little sloppy with the puck there on your own end. You almost gave him a chance to score shorthanded.
Tied up in front of Sanborn Epping's bench. Here's Paul out in the neutral zone. He's got a goal here today. Dancing through a couple of defenders. A shifty little guy moving forward. And he's been really one that's stood out here in this game for both teams.
Yeah, definitely. He did a good job of maintaining possession.
Here's Marcoux on the backhander. One to beat backhand shot and a great save by Stevens.
Little push in front of the net. Letting them know you're there, sending a message.
Again, working at it. Brendan Marcoux, little dangles onto the backhander and just getting low enough to get under that defender and open up an opportunity in on goal.
Yeah, definitely. Some of these Sanborn defenders seem to be a little long, and it's struggle to get down low like that and use their leverage.
Goslin at the face-off, gets it out to the neutral zone. Quickly in by Bates on the right-hand side. Bates with a wrist shot. That one's blocked down off the ankle there of Kane. Bates at the point. Has Bannon with help, but it's Marcoux who will wrap it around down to the end wall. Walker back onto the ice, and we're 5-on-5. Low-angle shot saved by Stevens. And a face-off will come in this near side circle. Under 2 minutes to go here in the second. Kearsarge Plymouth with a 4-2 lead over Sanborn Epping.
Sanborn seems to be trying to slow the pace of this game down a little bit.
So late change coming in here as Kane makes his way back onto the ice. And they're going to toss the likes of Soma from the draw. So Goslin steps into it. Cats win the draw. They'll send it down low. Therian backhand feed, shot, score! Oh, what a beauty from Jacob Marcoux for his second of the day. And Therian with a beautiful feed for his second point. And it's 5-2 Kearsarge Plymouth.
That is really another highlight reel play right there. They're going to have some fun watching this film.
And it's that pressure backside. Therian doesn't even look. He knows where his wingers are. Just dumps it off into the middle. And it's an open opportunity there for his centerman and Jacob Marcoux for the goal.
That's a crusher for Sanborn right there too, falling down 3 again. They were feeling hungry and kind of in the game there for a while, but three goal deficit's tough.
A little discussion here on the bench on the near side. The referees talking with head coach Kevin Merrick of Sanborn Epping. Here's Therian at the face-off win. He wants another point. Wrister, and that one missing the far post to the near side corner. Bannon at the point, slides it down the wall, takes the body, but it's off of a skate out to the neutral zone. Marcoux back into the slot, feeds it far side. Wrist shot, score, and it's Therian's goal.
They're just having themselves a nice easy lunch here in the past few minutes.
Therian gets his second of the game, and it's 6-2 Cats.
Sanborn doesn't seem to have an answer to the obvious chemistry that those two have. They seem to be able to pass to each other without even looking, so it's it's really tough as a defender. When you have that skill level and comfort level, it's hard to stop.
Set to go here, and it's been a slew of goals for Kearsarge Plymouth over the last couple of minutes. Under 90 seconds to go in the second, now leading by 4.
Coming in bunches for Plymouth.
And really all the goals from both teams here today, all 8 of them now have been absolutely fantastic goals to watch.
It's definitely be a fun game to watch the highlights.
Saucer to the near side, out to the neutral zone with Kane picking it up in front of the Cats bench. Turns it over though, charging in late down low is Dunstan, and a penalty coming on the interference call here against Kane. So just like that, Kearsarge Plymouth will go back on the power play for the 5th time this game.
That's a tough one right there. That's gonna be tough on their legs, having to kill another penalty right there.
Correction, I believe it's actually on Colin Walker once again.
Defenseman has to be a little smarter there, not give an easy penalty like that.
One-time effort from Brandon Marcoux, floats in on goal. Stevens easily gloves it down, and Marcoux a little frustrated himself there, just realizing didn't get fully connected with it.
Yeah.
Good design win for Sanborn Epping. They'll get it out to the neutral zone. Picked up in front of us with Rosen. We'll try to feed Bates, and it's hammered out to center ice. Marcoux just taking his time. Oh, good touch passing here by the Cats. Bates in alone, diving down. Looked like he was tripped up, but the referee says he lost an edge and slides in on Stevens, and hopefully Stevens is okay as the shot went wide.
Yeah, everybody looks okay after that collision. Plymouth really seems to have their head of steam right here. They know which players they can carry the puck on. And they, despite those early struggles with passing, they seem to have really figured that out later in the game.
So because it was the Cats that knocked the net off on the attack there by Bates, face-off will come back in the neutral zone with 40 seconds to go here in the second. Sanborn Epping with a face-off win. Cats pick it back up in their own end. Bannon trying to feed this one forward into Marcoux. Has to pick it up on the backhand. Marcoux dances around 2 defenders, takes a shot up high with Phaneuf. Work near side with Radovich. One-timer by Bannon. Fans on off the heel of his stick to the far side corner. Final 20 seconds here in the period. Marcoux, wrist shot. That's off the crossbar and up and out of play. Great opportunity once again for Kearsarge Plymouth.
Yeah, they're really circling the waters now here. That's the offense is teeing off. Sanborn's got to find a way to get Plymouth back on their heels again, or they're losing control of this game real fast.
Nerm on the draw for the Cats, battling here with the like of Jenkins. Jenkins wins it out. Loose puck at the top of the left wing circle and out to the neutral zone. Bro trying to feed it far side. And the hitting's picking up here as the horn sounds to end the second period. And it's the Cats opening up their lead here in the middle frame. They now have a 6-2 lead after 2. We'll step aside, take a quick commercial break. When we come back, we'll talk with Kearsarge Plymouth Cats head coach Justin Garcia here during the second intermission. Back live here inside Hanaway Rink, joined once again by head coach Justin Garcia. Coach, thank you for joining us.
You're welcome.
Looking at things, your team's up by 4. There's been some fantastic goals, but also some sloppy passes at time through the neutral zone. What are your thoughts on the game for the first 2 periods of play from your side's effort?
Yeah, I would agree. I mean, I think, at certain points, we're definitely throwing the puck around, not really doing our job in the defensive zone. You'll see a lot of times we were chasing the puck, not clean passes on the breakout. In the neutral zone, on our regroups in the neutral zone passing, we had guys too far up the ice, not coming back and supporting each other. The defense were, throwing pucks to the other team often when I thought we had people open. So, at times I did see that sloppiness. And, it certainly showed that's when the other team got their chances. Both their goals kind of came off plays where we lost position, didn't move the puck well, and they took advantage of it.
Looking at things, you're down 3 players here this morning. Trider, St. Pierre, and Kathy out of the lineup. Looking at things, how did that affect your lineup going into the game and kind of finding that sequence of plays with the new line changes?
Yeah, so it allowed our first offensive line to stay the same, and our core defensemen, 4 were still there, but the second line forced us to mix things up a little bit. Cody Bannon, we had to move him over to the wing from center. He's been playing center all season. And then move a couple guys up that were on the third line to the second line. So the chemistry there, you certainly miss that when they've been playing together for 6 or 7 games, and you have to replace 2 of the 3 guys on the second line. It certainly hurts, and we saw that. Some of the sloppy play I think was that just haven't had a lot of time together. We had a couple practices planning for that, but this is the first game with that. But I think especially towards the end of that second period, we started passing the puck more rather than trying to skate it and do it on their own. And we had a lot of chances and, really opened the game up.
Looking at things, you got a 2-game stretch coming up on the road at Pembroke Campbell and then at Kennett here to wrap up the month and then head into February. Looking at things, what do you want to accomplish here in the third period that's going to set you up for 2 really critical games as you try to continue to climb the standings heading towards playoff season?
Yeah, I think, obviously clean up some of the defensive play in our D zone, make sure we don't give them chances to get back in this game. And then it's continue to move the puck. As you saw, I was getting a little chippy towards the end of that period. If you're carrying the puck, making moves, you're at risk to leg checks, late hits, things like that. So I'm going to tell the guys, keep it settled down, move the puck. Those last 2 goals are on some great passing. And if we do that, it should be a good third period. That'll keep our team healthy. Like you said, we're going into a road trip against the Campbell team that we beat by 1 goal in a tight game with a third period goal. And then Kennett's one of the top teams in the league every year. This year they've had some big games, so it's going to be a challenging game. It'll be the first time we face them. So I really just want to make sure we finish the period and the game strong, and then hopefully have a healthier team come next week so we can finish the month strong. Coach, as always, thank you for your time. Best of luck in the third period. Great, thank you very much. Head coach Justin Garcia joining us there. So looking at things, Brendan, you heard what Coach said. What were your biggest takeaways and just kind of relaying what we saw in the second period?
I thought he kind of confirmed what we had been talking about. Their struggles with the passing and their forwards getting too far up for the defensemen to make those passes through the neutral zone. I definitely agree with that, and I wholeheartedly hope that this third period can stay clean, because that chippy play at the end, they were ignoring the puck and just trying to shove each other around. So we don't want to see that in the third period. I'd like to have a nice, clean third period and Plymouth walk out of here with maybe another goal or 2.
Kearsarge Plymouth adds 3 more here in the second period, have a 6-2 lead after 2. We'll step aside for a commercial break and get ready for the third period puck drop here on the Granite State Sports Network and Pemmy Baker TV. Back here live inside Hanaway Rink at the campus of Plymouth State University, ready for third period puck drop here in this NHIAA Division III hockey matchup between Kearsarge Plymouth and Sanborn Epping. Cats with a 6-2 lead after 2, and the game is back on. Here's Therian on the near side. Looking for a wraparound, trying to tuck it in. Looking for his hat trick, and is a save by Stevens.
That clean ice really benefits Nick Therian's game with that puck handling. We'll see. Hopefully Plymouth can continue to play a nice, clean game here, improve on their passing like they did in the second period, and hopefully we have a nice, clean third period.
This one tipped up and out of play off of Bates. Fans looking to advertise your teams or your programs as well, then become a sponsor of Granite State Sports Network and advertise during all of our live feeds. Contact us at granitestatesn@gmail.com for more information. Dump down low to Therian in the corner. Looking for an option. Feeds it back out top. Walking in is Bro. Wrist shot and a nice glove save there by Stevens.
Yeah, still going high here on this goalie. I'd like to see that shot at pad level, so, we might get a rebound.
So face off near side. One out by the Cats. Wrist shot there by Therian. Misses about 2 feet wide to the right, but it had it open for a second. Kicked into the middle. It's out the other way as Gosselin couldn't control it. Here's Jenkins over the center circle, and Bannon picks it up deep in his own end.
Oh.
Therian, 1-on-2. That one trickles through towards goal. It's off of Radovic's skate. Down along the end wall. Penalty comes to an end. That was a carryover from before. We're back to 5-on-5. Bannon has that one knocked away back into the corner by Radovic. and it's out the other way.
So Plymouth seems to be moving the puck here pretty well still. We'll see, how they can do, now that they're even-handed here.
Up the near side wall. Here's Bro staying on side, gaining zone entry, dances around one defender. Walker pokes it away. He's been solid defensively, except for a couple of penalties here all afternoon.
Yeah, maybe like to see him looking past there at the end of that.
Shot towards goal. Garcia with a nice save. This one sent down the wall by Sullivan. It's wrapped around to the near side corner. Picked up by the Cats. They're going to try to break it up with Marcoux. Marcoux with a self-pass near side wall. Off on the races on the left side. Backhand shot and a save by Stevens. Juicy rebound, but Walker's there to cover. Into the front, Marcoux on the toe drag in the left wing circle. Wrap around low, high feed, up to his brother. Shot and a save by Stevens. Puck still loose in the right wing circle. This one slapped to the half wall on the left wing. Marcoux. And Jacob Marcoux. Knocked away again, coming off of Walker. He's made some great plays defensively.
Yeah, Marcoux's really dominating the ice out there on that last shift.
Sent forward, out of the reach of Jenkins. Jenkins trying to give it a couple of hacks towards goal. At the point, and sent down by Rajovic.
Both teams seem to have settled down here. Haven't seen any of that chippiness we saw at the end of the second period, which is nice.
Nurm trying to feed it up the wall. Paul cuts it off, pushes it back out to the point. Rajovic tries to get it towards goal, and it's cut off by the Cats in the slot, and it's out the other way. Therian taps it forwards. It's in on goal, and Stevens rightfully holds on for the whistle.
Yeah, he was looking for that long pass to break Therian on a breakaway there. Just, unfortunately, people were in the way and had to put it kind of behind him.
So a face-off in Sanborn Epping's end with 12:16 to go here in regulation. 6-2 scoreline in favor of Kearsarge Plymouth. Cats win the draw. It's out top to Bannon. Splits a couple of defenders. Floats it in on goal. Therian tried to hack at it a couple of times, but Stevens finds it through traffic and holds on for the whistle.
Yeah, good job by the goalie there, covering that up quick, because Therian has such a quick stick that he could bury that real fast.
Face off to the right of Stevens, one out by the Cats. Therian, quick shot. That one's tipped to the near side wall. He'll give chase on the loose puck in front of the Zamboni doors. Looking for a wraparound, low angle shot. That one's through the paint to the near side corner. Cats keeping the pedal to the metal. This one hits the outside skirting of the net, and it's wrapped around to the far side wall.
Yeah, they'll have a nice, ooh.
Oh, chance here for Owen Paul on the left side, but Bannon using his long strides gets it up to the point. Kept into the zone, though.
Nice job by Bannon putting the lid on that opportunity.
Out the other way with Bro, 2-on-2. He'll gain entry on the left side. Wrist shot just missing the far post. Bates hacks it back into the corner. Trying to chip it past the second defender. As Marcoux finds it down low, and a penalty coming here on the touch-up by Jacob Marcoux. Didn't see what the call was, but it's going to be all the way back down the other way.
Well, this will give Sanborn their first opportunity of the period.
Correction, it was just going to be touched with a high stick, so no penalty coming, my apology. So either way, intentional and all the way back down to the Cats' end. Quick draw there, and that continues to be the trend here this afternoon. Marcoux left side, trying to dance around Walker. Walker stands him up, tries to push him into the wall. Marcoux being harassed from behind with Walker. Just north of 11 minutes to go in this one. Pushed down, and it will sneak out to the neutral zone under the stick there of Rosum. He'll go D-to-D over to Brendan Marcoux. Knocked away. Good poke coming off the stick of Gosselin. And we're seeing that high forecheck coming in right now for Sanborn Epping.
Yeah. Let's see if Plymouth has just been dominating in the offensive end here. We'll see there's not a lot of skate tracks down in their D area. So if they can continue to do this, they'll have a nice easy third period here and walk away with an easy win.
Walker far side trying to dump it off the wall. Gosselin has it bounce off his skates, and there's some hacking happening behind the play, and that's called by the official for the high sticking penalty, and it is going to be on Sanborn Epping, and Mackenzie Hickey picking up the penalty for the first time today for himself.
Yeah, that's not going to be easy with Sanborn. They're look like they're starting to show a little bit of tiredness here, and having to kill off yet another penalty is just going to be brutal.
Well, I saw it on that last transition of events, and there's been some hacking back out top of the slot behind the play. And finally, it's usually not the first one, it's the second one the referees see.
Yeah.
So here's Therian on the wraparound. Open opportunity, shot just tipped last second. Good work with the stick coming in of Olive. Out to the point with Bannon. Correction, it was not Olive, my apology, that was Soma. Low high feed, Marcoux couldn't control it cleanly, has it on the backhand. Cycles in a circle, wrist shot tipped by Walker, and he has been everywhere defensively for Sanborn Epping here in the third.
Yeah, he's really had to be. Plymouth has just been dominating in that end.
Near side with Bannon, he'll cycle it around to the far side corner along the wall with Bro, and they'll play pass behind the net. Definitely feels that the speed's been ratcheted down a little bit here in the third period compared to the first two.
Yeah, teams seem to be settling in, and I'm sure with the pace of play that their legs are starting to feel it with, so few players on each team.
Nice send down here. Owen Paul is trying to get the foot race one, but Garcia heads up inside the paint, charging out to prevent the breakaway shorthanded effort. Here's Therian over the center circle. He'll gain the zone on the backhander, looking for an opportunity. He's trying to feed in front for Bates, and it's through everyone out to the near side.
Like the aggressiveness by Garcia on that play there.
Bannon shot off the post and in. They're going to call it's off the back iron. Cody Bannon makes it 7-2.
Wow, that's a loud dong off the back one there. That's a nice hard shot by Bannon.
The captain gets the goal. Everyone hesitated. Everyone thought it came off iron. I did for a second, the way it just bounced straight up and out, but it hit that back iron, according to the referee, along the goal line, extended in the near side corner, and it just hit perfectly straight in and out.
Yeah, when you have that much time in the offensive end, you're going to get nice opportunities like that. Sanborn's really struggling to move the puck down the ice.
And it's a power play goal there for Cody Bannon. A 7-2 lead for Kearsarge Plymouth. Rosum trying to send it near side for Dustin. Turned over, Tanner shot. That one's partially blocked down to the end wall. Working it out. Not far enough though, sitting just outside the paint. Big collision behind the play as Tanner's cleared out. And a yard sale of equipment of his. Marcoux, low angle shot and a save by Stevens. And he'll hold on as there's more some shoving happening after the whistle.
Yeah, there's a lot of verbal back and forth going on, and there seems to be a little bit of, stick chippiness after the play. So hopefully the referees can put a lid on that, and we can walk out of here with not too many more penalties.
Waiting for Tanner there to gather up his stick. Face off near side circle. One out by the Cats, but quick hustle from Sanborn Epping to get it out to the neutral zone. Self pass on the near side with Soma. Couldn't control it cleanly. Now there's some more hitting happening behind the play. Delayed penalty coming against Sanborn Epping on the contact in the neutral zone. Therian dances away from pressure. He's tripped up into the slot, and a touch up here will draw another penalty with contact to the head. And just like that, the Cats go back on the power play.
Yeah, Sanborn's just making it too easy for Plymouth here.
I'm going to call this one on Joey Costanzo, the sophomore.
It's tough when you're down 5 goals, but you got to keep your head. I'm sure it's driving the coach crazy right now.
So the 7th power play of the game for Kearsarge Plymouth, and from what I can calculate, they're only 1 for 6 so far on the power play. One-time effort, a great save by Stevens, unloading his Jack Bro.
That's interesting, that one for 6 statistic, because I haven't seen them for lack of opportunities. Maybe a couple of the earlier power plays in the first period might have been sloppy, but since then they've definitely been able to create opportunities on the power play.
That one's stolen away by Paul. He's off to the race on the left side. A little dump and chase for himself. He's got a goal for Sanborn Epping here today. Wrapped around near side. Bannon will send it back down low. Goal line extended near side, and a hard wing-to-wing feed that bounces off of Bates. Marcoux can't get it past Owen Paul. Here's Bates on the right wing. He'll gain entry. Trying to get around Kane and does so. He'll cycle to the near side. Fed up to Marcoux. Marcoux with a self-dance along the wall. Belk over to Bates. Up top to Bannon. Keeps it in at the point. Bannon's going to unload. And a glove save of a beauty from Stevens.
I like the way Plymouth was set up there. They were really moving the puck well around the perimeter, making nice clean passes so that clean passes on the forehand so they can get the shot off quick. That good setup there.
Near side, face off once again. Nurm on the draw for the Cats. He'll win it out, pick it back out to Brendan Marcoux. He'll slide it along the wall to Norm, back up to Marcoux. They're going to play pass here on the near side. Walker in a foot race wins it out behind the cage. Works it up the wall, trying to find Hickey, and it's out of his reach out to the neutral zone. Here's Marcoux, back over the blue line. Good poke from Walker. Marcoux is stood up, trying to play the self pass. Norm picks up the loose puck. Hash marks near side, slams on the brakes, trips himself up, pushes it back up to Hickey, who stole it away. And it's out to center ice.
Yeah, Plymouth doing a pretty good job here, getting the puck right back up again, so a little mishandle here.
Still 25 seconds to go in the Cats' power play. 6.5 minutes to go in regulation. Marcoux looking for the wraparound, avoids pressure. Still has it on the forehand. In front, opportunity. Tanner shot, score! Brock Tanner, the sophomore, makes it 8-2. And it's been all Cats here in the third.
He was set up there in the high slot, and no defender was even looking for him. So he had himself a really nice, easy opportunity there to receive that pass and transition and make the nice shot.
Just like that, back-to-back power play goals here for Kearsarge Plymouth with 6:15 to go in regulation. And the Cats leading by 6, and they're going to bring the puck to the bench. Looks like it's Brock Tanner's first career goal as a sophomore.
His second first here today, huh?
Always love it when you get the stick tape labeled first goal of career on it. You can hang on the mantle. Out the other way. Jenkins couldn't split the defenders. It's pushed up the far side wall. Foot race on. Marcoux trying to battle down low with Phaneuf. Marcoux will win the race. This one wrapped around and it trickles in on Stevens. He'll cover up inside the paint for a whistle.
Good job by the goalie there covering up because Plymouth had an open guy right in the crease. That could have been another easy goal for them. Sanborn really, despite the pretty goals we've seen on the individual efforts and the nice passing, really this game's gotten out of hand because they've left Plymouth alone in the crease.
Face-off won by the Cats. They'll try to push it towards the slot. Standing up there is Gosselin. He'll get it out to the neutral zone. Marcoux, using his speed, sauces it over to Therian. Therian on the near side wall. Will self-pass down low. He'll take a little bit of a slash from Walker. Contact behind the play. Penalty coming here on Sanborn. Epping for interference, most likely. Battle near side wall. More contact happening behind the play. And now a touch up and a whistle and some extracurriculars happening once again. But the interference is the call on Sanborn Epping.
Yeah, the crowd seems to be egging on some of this late game chippy play here. But hopefully both teams can maintain their heads.
Running time now here with the goal. So ticking away under 5 minutes to go. And we're going to have a couple of penalties here on Sanborn Epping for unsportsmanlike as well. So the first penalty going to be on Aiden Jenkins, and then the second one for unsportsmanlike against Zachary Soma.
I'd like to say too, Nick Therian has a tremendous lateral game. He really moves right to left really fast for a high school player.
So with that, now it looks like some confusion here, but you're right. Ever since he's really developed, we have a timeout taken by Sanborn Epping to stop the clock. But anyway, we'll let things get situated as there's a lot of confusion before us. But going back to Nick Therian, joining the New England Wolves, having that great development down there in Laconia since they left Waterville Valley, he has really sparked and developed his game since he was here with what was then the Predators. He has found a new dynamic, and now more penalties coming for misconduct down off with Sanborn Epping. And it looks like Jenkins is going to be tossed from the game.
Well, that's too bad to see. I don't like to see when kids lose their heads. It's so easy to have happen in this sport, which is so emotional, but it's a tough watch. But yeah, Nick's received some great coaching, and his growth from last year to this year, and his his size has grown so much that he's able to be more of a physical presence on the ice. And like I said, the lateral movement and his obvious gifted hands, it's really a fun thing to watch. He's going to be quite the player in a couple of years.
I wouldn't be surprised if he plays junior hockey and eventually makes his way to collegiate hockey as well if he continues to develop at this pace. And right now we've got ourselves a full box, as you saw on your screen just a moment ago, for Sanborn Epping with the misconducts. And then we have seen the likes of the freshman and Aiden Jenkins sent to the locker room with the unsportsmanlike, and looks like either a game misconduct or at least a 10, which would finish his day.
Yeah, probably a good call by the referees here to just have a running clock and get this game out of here before something happens, you know, that both coaches wouldn't like to see. So.
Yeah, we saw it at the end of the second, and it's always a frustration. You've got the teenagers in high school and the adrenaline coming with that alone. But we saw the chippiness at the end of the second. It stayed fairly clean here through the third, but the scoreline kept coming up. And it's always tough when you're on the back end of an 8-2 scoreline to control those emotions.
Yeah, it's tough. Yeah, when you're down 6 goals, it's tough. The only thing you're not going to win the game at this point, so all you have is maybe physical intimidation against the other team, and just it's tough to see at the end of a hard-fought game like this.
So looking ahead for both teams, Sanborn Epping will be back at home. They'll take on Laconia Winnisquam Interlakes on the 29th at 8:05 before wrapping up the month of January on the 31st against Belmont Guilford at 8:15. Kearsarge Plymouth have talked about it during the second intermission interview with Coach. 2-game road trip coming up on the 29th. They'll be at Pembroke Campbell at 7:30, and then starting February on the 1st at Kennett. Those are really 2 big games coming up for the Cats.
Yeah, Plymouth. If Plymouth can walk away with wins in those games, they can really move up in the standings and not be looking at facing one of those top two seeds in the playoffs.
Again, all eyes trying to get to SNHU Arena as this one's flicked up and out of play. So a 5-on-3 power play right now. Under 4 minutes to go. As we get the announcements coming through. So there are unsportsmanlikes.
Yeah, sitting in that 7 seed where Plymouth is right now. Firmly looking at the records of the teams below them, they're firmly in the playoffs, but you'd like to see them move up to maybe that 4th seed, and not have to face those top 2 teams early in the playoffs.
Face-off one in the neutral zone far side. Here's an attack up the other way with the likes of Costanzo. He's slammed into the boards, hard hit as Bannon gives the delivery to him. Walker knocks it down, trying to send it out to Therian. He'll pick it up on the backhand. Therian looking for the hat trick on the backhand, trying to get the shot and a save by Stevens. A great glove by him.
Really nice backhand there. A good job by the goalie at staying on it and, not giving Therian the open net.
So clock continuing to run here with the 6-goal lead, under 3 minutes to go. And a face-off in the far dot. So again, you can take away good things for both teams. There's been some great defensive efforts for Sanborn Epping, especially with the likes of Walker, who just rims us around 200 feet down the other way. Great passing as we saw in the second period, and 2 of the goals with Nick Therian being a part of his goal and his assist with the likes of Jacob Marcoux. But other than that, you kind of have to forget about it. There's a shot there coming from the likes of Brendan Marcoux. And it's 9-2 Kearsarge Plymouth.
Right from the top of that face-off circle there. That's that's something you like to skate in freely there and unload with a nice wrist shot. He really placed it right in that corner.
But here is, what can you take away? Keep the focus when the game's gotten out of hand that you can use against those tough competitions.
If I'm Plymouth, I like the fact that I had 3 of my more experienced players out for the game, and I've got to see some different line combinations and different guys playing together, and saw them struggle early in the game with passing and transitions, and really to kind of improve that right throughout the game. It only makes you stronger when you late in the season when you may have to jumble some lines or guys might get hurt or things like that. So I think, experience like this can really make them stronger down the road.
So we're going to get back underway, 5-on-5 after the power play goal that ended the second one as well with the time running out during the stoppage. And now a 9-2 lead for Kearsarge Plymouth at home here at Plymouth State. Backhanded down low with the hands there of Nurm, and it rolls in on Stevens, and he'll cover it up as we hit 90 seconds to go in regulation.
Yeah, I think as a coach, you still, even like at the end of the period like this, you don't want to see your players start just padding their stats. You want to see them continue to work on their skills and, work on passing and things like that. So it's a good chance to get your younger players a little more ice time. So
Walker, far side after the face-off win. He's working back in his own end. Just north of a minute to go here in regulation. Fed up top, a nice one there for the likes of Hickey. A shot just missing wide. Work down low with Gosselin. Hickey trying to push it back up to Sullivan. Shot from the point with Walker. That one's tipped in front, just missing by Roderick. Or correction, that was down low. There was Sullivan. Loose puck, Walker, top of the circle, hits a couple of bodies. 42 seconds to go here in regulation. Fed up top for Dunstan. Takes the body with Walker. D-to-D feed far side for Kane. Kane looking for the two-line pass. Here's Tanner, knocked away last second by Walker. Final 24 seconds to go. Varian, wish he was out there to get his hat trick. Down low, and that one just sliding past the near side with Marcoux. Hard hitting into the corner. Low high feed, trickles back out top, just past the stick of Fogg. Weak side, that's off the post and out. Cats thought they had another one there as Christian Nurm tried to get the goal as the horn will sound. And we're final here inside Hanaway Rink with a final score of Kearsarge Plymouth 9, Sanborn Epping 2. And that is a big win for the Cats as they continue to try to bounce up the standings and possibly get some home ice advantage in the first round.
It's nice to continue. They give themselves that opportunity to maybe get a home playoff game. I liked how at the end of the game they maintained their composure despite some chippiness, and they were still able to play physically through a couple of clean checks there at the end. And I thought it was a really well played game by Plymouth. Despite their early struggles, they managed to improve throughout the game and get some players some experience, and really what an offensive explosion with some highlight reel goals. It was fun to watch.
Absolutely highlight goals, to say the least, on both teams here today. That's going to do it for our coverage here this morning into the afternoon. We thank you for tuning in here on the Granite State Sports Network and Pemmy Baker TV. For our entire staff, our cameraman and producer, Andrew Fenn, and alongside Brandon Miller, I'm Dan Salzer. Final score for the final time, it's Kearsarge Plymouth 9, Sanborn Epping 2. We'll see you next time here on the Granite State Sports Network and Pemmy Baker TV.